And then we're talking about the movie industry right now. I would say the movie industry right now is in some sort of a transitional stage.
Okay.
Because, like, I don't know if you've heard this or not, but there's like a new head of the censor board. And then there was this, I don't know if it's been passed yet, the law or not, but they were saying that the censor board should start censoring our movie from pre-production stage, so meaning from the moment we write a script, which doesn't make sense really. A censor board's job is only to censor the movie when it's completed, to see which part is okay, which part is not. It should be like that. But now they're going into our pre-production, which means they want to be involved in our script writing, which doesn't make sense, because if they're involved in the script writing, so why don't they just make the movie themselves and everything?
Right.
It's the use of us, It's our creative minds, Everyone has to do their own thing, and their job is only to censor, to pass it if it's good or not,
Right.
And even passing it or not, a censor board's job technically is not to censor the movie, but more to classify the movie. Right? So it's just, okay, this movie is for this age, this movie is for this age, this movie for this age.
Right.
And then it should be the obligation of ourselves, the audience, or the parents, to make sure that your kids don't watch a movie that's for adults and stuff like that, basically.
Right.
It all comes down to that. But so it's a little bit of turmoil going on right now, so we need to really see what's happening next in that sense. Yeah.
We're talking about a lot of things right now in terms of censoring. Do you think that will hinder the industry here, since the major competition is coming from abroad, right? And that doesn't get censored within the script writing.
Yeah.
That gets censored after it enters Indonesia.
Yeah.
So how will that affect the movie industry here, or the industry itself here?
I think it will only bring it backwards in the sense if they're censoring in the early stages, like the script stages, because I think because if it's like that, then they will just say, oh, this is not right, and so basically all over the creative minds, they get stuck. They cannot explore, they cannot show you what they really want to show you.
Right.
And it's a big problem, and I really hope that doesn't happen, because it would only bring Indonesia's movie industry back and not forward.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what are the chances of this regulation getting passed, do you think?
You never know.
Right.
Indonesia is a magical place.
Okay.
So many things happen. So many things you think will happen doesn't happen. So many things you think won't happen happens.
Right.
The government. I think throughout all this time, the government haven't been giving much support anyways to the film industry.
Right.
So, I guess maybe the wrong people are in charge, or maybe the different segment of people who's in charge doesn't really know about the movie industry.
Right.
And that can only just bring the whole industry down.
Right.
But we, the producers and the creative people, we have our own. I would say our own associations and our own groups in which we can spill our thoughts also and join together and rebut this. You send a letter,
right.
have a forum discussion, have a debate with them, and hopefully they will understand our point of view.
Right.
Yeah.
So how would you describe the relationship between the producers here and the government, or the movie industry here and the government? You said before there wasn't a lot of support. So what's the situation like now? What's the understanding between the two parties?
To be honest, I believe that most of the time, the producers or people who are involved in the movie industry, they just do it themselves. They just do it.
I see.
And at the end of the day, we'll see what happens with the movie. It's as simple as that.
Right,
There's no dialogue with the government or this and that, because it's like this, Let's say we shoot a movie in Singapore. We shoot a movie there. We're promoting their whole city, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, we get like a tax rebate or something. They make it easier for us to shoot here, make it easier to shoot there, because at the end of the day, it's for the good of the tourism also. But over here, it's not that easy. Any place you want to shoot, everything becomes much more expensive, because they're like, oh,
Really?
you want to shoot here, you have to pay this. And then you move another distance, oh, you have to pay, and they're controlled by different people. Like, oh, if you're paying that person, you gotta pay me. And then you will always have these other people that will just go like, hey, what's happening over here, man? Oh, all this. I would say in Indonesia they call the preman, and you just have to pay them a bit so they don't disturb your shooting and stuff like that. All these things should be supported by the government. They should be the one that has like a representative there to make sure everything's all right.
Right.
Maybe cop to stand by over there to make sure things are all right too. Support it, because at the end of the day, this is for the good of the Indonesian people also, good for the tourism, good for everything. At the end of the day, it's all part of promotions, right?
Right.
When you're shooting, let's say in Danau Toba or Bunaken, Manado or someplace like that, it's good for the tourism.
Yeah, especially in historical locations.
Yeah.
Like that.
And see, right now, like the whole film department or film industry is under Kemendikbud. It's Kementerian Pendidikan dan Budaya. While on the other hand, when we're talking about movies also, let's say we want to shoot somewhere.
Yeah.
Who do we have to talk to? We have to usually talk to Menteri Pariwisata. Because they're in terms of, like the whole travel and all these stuff, right? So that's already two different official government, right? Government sectors. This is the Menteri Pendidikan dan Budaya, which is basically all your education and culture.
Right.
And then here is the Pariwisata.
I see.
So where do we fall? Like we're halfway. We're like in between.
Right.
So it becomes a little bit of a problem, but hopefully sooner or later, maybe one of the governors or the officials will be like, all right, I'll help the movie industry, but at the end of the day, it comes back to them.
Right.
How much they really want to help it, and how much they see that the potential of having all these things helping in a movie could actually bring in more people to our country, or bringing more people to know about it.
Right.